Welcome to Inspire and Move, the show that inspires you to create, connect, and grow. I'm going to bring you meaningful conversations, aha moments, and all the motivation you need to up-level every part of your life. I'm Ali Aruda, founder of Inspire and Move, and your personal hype girl. I've gone from fashion school to celebrity stylist to corporate marketing to brick-and-mortar entrepreneurship with my husband, each time learning incredible lessons how to pivot, reimagine, and implement the steps to become successful. I'm passionate about inspiring others to live their best life, a life of joy. We have the power to design a life that we love, because life is too short not to. The best part is that you weren't meant to do this alone. If you feel like you are meant for more, let me ride shotgun with you, and together, let's get you to where you want to go. Hey everyone, welcome back to the show. We have a nice little quickie for you today, and that is because I was recently on my Instagram creating some content all about a book that changed my life. And if you're new here, you have probably never heard me talk about this, but if you've been here for a while, whether it's listening to the show or consuming my content on social, you've probably heard me talk about this book before. And this book is the one and only She Means Business by Carrie Green. This is a book that I have recommended to so many women, girls that come to our gym, Benchmark Fitness, girls that I have coached one-on-one, girls that have been in my Visibility Accelerator program, in our Mentor Collective Mastermind community. I have spoken about this book so passionately. At some point, I feel like I'm just going to need to meet Carrie Green because I love this book that she wrote. And I wish I actually recalled what year she wrote it in, because I want to take you back to 2020. I know, pause for dramatic effect. This is when I first read Carrie's book, and I have actually only read it once. A lot of my favorite books I do intentionally reread, but I extracted so much value from this book when I read it that it has stuck with me ever since, and again is why I speak about it with so much love and passion here on the show, on social, and again to those individuals on a one-on-one experience. And this book is definitely under the, business, personal development umbrella. I read this back in 2020, and this was when Matt and I had our gym, Benchmark Fitness, and we were closed. I think this must have been our very first time being closed in the pandemic, which was a really long time, dramatically long. And I realized at one point, come the summer, it was nicer weather. I had all this extra time on my hands. I thought, you know what, I'm going to do a deep dive into personal development even more. I had already loved personal development, but thought I've got this extra time, so why not use it productively? And I think I just literally found this book because I was attracted to what the copy said on the cover. It spoke to me, grabbed my attention, had a good hook, if you will. And it was also pretty. It was like light pink, gold, black, neutral, white. So the color palette was basically like my own brand colors. So naturally, I liked it, was gravitated towards it. So I read the book and I committed myself to doing all of the homework, taking the action into doing the journal prompts or answering the questions that would have been at each chapter. And that is really where the magic happened. So this for me was so transformative. And that is why I want to share this. Again, I'm never someone who wants to gatekeep something that has worked for me. I want to share it with all of you, because why not help you scale faster and make more money quicker and attract these dream opportunities and dream clients and dream friendships? This is where it all started for me. And I remember so vividly some of the questions being, who do you want to work with? Who would you love to be friends with? And I allowed myself to dream and answer honestly and write down some names. Someone that I did write down was Rachel and Dave Hollis. And it's so sad because they're not together anymore. And he's also passed away, but they were at the time. I loved them and they were on my list. And some of these things, like, guys, there are other people on my list that have absolutely come into my life. And what I will also say about this is some of these people that have come in my life, I have also taken very intentional action to be in places that they are. Now, I'm not talking like I'm going to spy through the bushes and like jump out when they're ordering a coffee at their favorite coffee shop. No, because that's weird. Committed, but not my style. But I would go to events where these people were. And I talk about this a lot. Like, so do Matt and I on the show, like, get in the rooms, or where are the people that you want to be in their world? Where are they? Are they hosting events? Are they keynote speakers at events? Are they on panels? Do they have masterminds? How can you invest in them to be in their world? And this comes back to the idea of making those deposits, putting those deposits in, pouring into them on social, sharing their podcast episodes that resonated with you, giving them a podcast review, buying their books, buying their event tickets, investing in their programs. These are the things that I talk about so often, and they work. I talk about them because they work, and they will work for you. They've worked for me. I am proof, and I want to teach you what I have done. One of the things is reading this book. This book's probably going to cost you like $35. Whether you get it at a store, you get it on Amazon. I would highly encourage you to read this book versus audibly listen to it. I think it will allow you to learn and take action quicker and more impactfully with writing out all of the exercises that you get from this book. So again, going back to the actual tangible takeaways is coming to terms with the fact that you are going to do the assignments. So create enough time and space for yourself to dive into this book, do the assignments, go chapter by chapter. I actually really enjoyed having a separate journal, which I know I still have in my keepsake box downstairs, that I love going back to that and feeling the connection to the time when I read this book. And again, when I read this book, I had no revenue coming in. My business was closed. I was not set up for success in terms of attracting all of these opportunities, but I was taking the intentional, aligned action to do that and to get into that mindset and allowing myself to dream big and not feeling like, oh my gosh, this is so crazy. Why am I going to write this down? I did. And shortly after that, things started rolling in from the people that I wanted to work with and spend time with and be friends with. I've also had a similar situation happen, like an Uno reverse moment, where someone in my world who actually works for us at Benchmark, she had said, she's like, oh yeah, I've done this before and you were on my want to be friends with list. So these things do work. Whether you read this book and do the homework or not, you can also just listen to this episode and finish it off and then go light a candle, make a tea, put on some nice music, and let yourself free write and journal of who do you want to be friends with? Who would you love to work with? Who would you love to be in partnership from a work standpoint or a business opportunity or investment opportunity? What kind of opportunities do you want to attract and have come your way? There is so much magic in not only allowing yourself to dream bigger than maybe even feels reasonable, but also getting clear on what do you want? What do you want in business, in your relationships, in opportunities, and let yourself feel kind of crazy for what you want to call in. It's not crazy. You are allowing yourself to release any feeling of limiting yourself. Let go of those limiting beliefs. Let yourself just dream big, write it down, and maybe keep that journal kind of close. Don't put it in the basement. Keep it close so you can come back and visit it, because there have been things that have just happened in my life since that have been so magical. And I think it also, something that I would also encourage you to do is to be specific, not just I want higher level friendships. That's great, but who do you want to be friends with? And I have heard this has worked for me, but also I have heard other people do this as well that are more successful than me, that have celebrity friendships, that they also do this. But again, it also comes with that intentional action that I already referenced of being able to pour into those people that you want to be friends with or work with. I was just talking about this recently in my visibility coaching group, that this is how you pour into people, is making those deposits and going back to the engagement tool of social media and literally using it as social media, commenting on people's posts, sending them a DM, sending them a voice note. Do you not know them? But why not send them a voice note? Send them a voice note and giving them an accolade that you read their book, you listened to this podcast, things that you have learned from them. I don't know about all of you, girls and guys listening and watching, but I am a words of affirmation girl. When people give me positive affirmations about something that they've learned from me or something that has inspired them, that makes me feel really freaking good. And that also makes me want to continue doing that. It's just this like beautiful ripple effect that you pour into me, I'm going to pour into you. So where can you make those deposits? Who is it that you want to make those deposits for? Because what do you want to attract? So the big message here, guys, is number one, read the book, She Means Business by Carrie Green. And I'm just talking passionately. There's no affiliate here. I actually was on her social media earlier today to prep for this podcast. And I had to really scroll back to find the pictures of the book. And to the point where I was like, hopefully I've been tagging the right person in my content about this book. So no connection to her at all, but I really love the book. And obviously we'll make sure that the link is in the show notes. It will be an Amazon affiliate link because I'd love to make an extra 90 cents. So that's great. Won't even buy me a coffee, but that's okay. The link will be in the show notes so you guys can grab the book. Again, I would encourage you to read it and then have a journal on the side to be able to do the actionable steps and the prompts, because it has just been such a game-changing book for me. And I want you guys to have that same experience. I want you to win. I want you to scale your businesses. I want you to attract dream opportunities. I want you to attract incredible friendships. Whether you know these people or you don't have to live in the same country. God, guys, my best friend lives in Australia, so you don't have to live in the same country, but just know that you are creating that space for this magic, for these opportunities to pour in. And don't limit yourself on putting a ceiling on the dreams and what's possible. Anything is possible. And I want all of that for you and more. So remind yourself of that. Remind yourself that anything is possible. Write it down. Dream big. Be clear. If there's certain people that you want to work with or be friends with, write them down. Is there a company that you want to buy, a product that you want to start? Write it down. And just create that space for the magic to come in. So again, this was a nice little quick one for you. It was on my heart. I have another episode I want to record about another book actually. So fun fact, actually, when I was getting ready to launch this podcast and I was kind of, again, writing down ideas of what I talk about on a podcast with 2 episodes per week, books was a big thing because books are one of my favorite things to consume when it comes to learning and education. And it's like such an inexpensive way to learn and grow, let alone if you incorporate podcasts and Audible and all of those things. But I think there's just so many incredible tools that we have access to through the world of literature and great books and incredible authors. So stay tuned for more episodes all about books that I am loving that are either changing my life or changing my business. Because again, I don't want to gatekeep with you guys. I want to bring you right along in the front row on this ride, on this crazy roller coaster of entrepreneurship. And again, if you are someone who is craving mentorship when it comes to the world of entrepreneurship, I'd love to chat with you. I have gotten so much joy in working with clients one-on-one, also working with clients inside our Mentor Collective Mastermind. So depending on what it is you feel like you are most in need of and how you attract mentorship and how you take action, whether you thrive in a group environment or you thrive with one-on-one accountability, whatever it may be, I would love to chat with you. I would love to support you and just connect and we'll see what we can do. So sending you all so much love and gratitude for being here, for listening or watching to the show. And until next time, we'll see you again soon. Thank you so much for listening. If you loved this episode, it would mean so much to me if you took a few seconds and shared this on social media, sent it to a friend, or left a 5-star review. There is power in community, and I'm so grateful to have you part of mine.